Myself, Santhosh. I do have around 9 years of experience working in IT industry, and currently I'm working as manager in Microsoft, taking training for KSR for the last 5 years.
In the last class, we have seen the what is data engineering, and we were able to understand in a very layman terms. I have given you three examples. One, I gave an example of the healthcare, and the one which I gave an example of our own problem, that is KSR's problem. Like we are getting the data from multiple social media platform, and we were not able to process it properly. And the another one which I gave you was the Amazon's use case, right? Now, with these three use cases, then we also started talking about a very layman term, what exactly happens if data suddenly flows from different systems, right? We have stopped here. This is just a recap of what we have seen. Now, let's talk about technical things today. So, yesterday it was a very basic introduction that it was in a layman terms, but today we are going to try to relate that to a ETL, which is basically as a data engineer, what you'll be doing. We will see that. Now, currently we are into a problem. What problem? Data is coming from different data sources. Suddenly it comes. I don't know how much of volume is coming, right? We really don't know what is happening. We really don't know. Correct? Now, in order to handle this, who can handle this? Only data engineers can handle this type of issues. Okay. Only data engineers can handle this type of issues now. Now, what data engineers are going to do now? Data engineers try to collect the data from the different data sources, do the proper data cleaning, data transformations, and whatever is required to lead the business, everything they will do. Finally, they're going to store back to a target table. Now, this is called ETL. Now, this is called ETL. Most of the times you would be hearing this word called ETL. So E stands for extraction, extracting the data from the different data sources. So as in then I told you, right, we have a different social media data that is coming in. One is coming from LinkedIn, one is coming from Instagram, one is coming from Facebook, WhatsApp. Now we are extracting all the information. Then at any cost, KSR should never call you more than twice. Like you have researched in LinkedIn, you have researched in WhatsApp. Why are we calling two times? We don't consider you as a two students, right? One student has actually requested as the information in two sites. That doesn't mean that you have to call two times. So that is where I have to do some data cleaning. Maybe I'll organize your email ID into one. I'll group it into one person. I will remove the duplicates. All this, I will put it as some of the additional work which I'm doing, which is called transformation. And then finally, after cleaning the data, I have to put it into a system, and that system, we will put it into a target table, which I'll call it as load. So this is called ETL. If you ask what data engineers are going to do, data engineers are going to do this ETL. So as a role, right? Data engineering is a role. So you will not say that, oh, I'm going to do a data engineering. No, data engineering, data science, data, it's a role name. But inside data engineering, what you're going to do, it's a ETL. The only work which you will be doing is ETL. But where you will do, that's the biggest question mark. Okay. So in order to understand that, let's look into some of the file formats which we'll receive. Now, you have to do a analysis in order to improve the business. For that, what is happening? The data is coming from multiple data sources. The data is coming from multiple data sources. Okay. So here you have to organize it well and do the reporting. And reporting is not your work. We have another person who is called a data analyst who will take care of it. But what is your role? Your role is always sticking on to ETL, right? Building a ETL pipelines. Now that is your work. After that, what they are doing, let them do it on the Power BI or a Tableau or an Excel. It's fine. It's their wish. But what is our role? Data engineer's role is to come up with a well organized, structured data where anyone can go and pick out and use it for their analysis. Correct? Now, this is ETL. We are getting the different data sources from different systems, and we have to organize it well, and we have to come up with a one centralized database system. I'll give a simple example. You can see this. You can see this. You have two things, right? Of course, if I ask you, you will always be a person A, not person B, right? I'm also a person A, you're also a person B. Similarly, what we can do here, it's not well organized. It's not well organized in A, but it is well organized in B, correct? If I want to, let's say I want to search for any of the material here, I have to spend minimum 30 minutes. I have to spend minimum 30 minutes. This is for searching. In order to load it back, it will take hardly 5 minutes because I just need to dump it. I just need to dump it. But here, in order to search, whichever material you want to search, it will not take more than 5 minutes. But for dumping, you will take 30 minutes. Now that's the difference. Obviously, everyone wants to be a person B, but we usually don't do it. We ourselves, we are not doing it in our home, organizing the things well. And you talk about the company's data, how big it is a data, and how they will have so much of time to organize it, right? So they're facing some issue. Now, who is going to arrange this? It's data engineers. And that's what we are going to do. Just replace this clothes with your data. That's what we will be doing as a data engineers. Now, let me tell you, building a ETL pipeline is not a new topic or not a new technology. It's already been there in the market for the last 25 years. That is why I'm calling it as traditional ETL process. Traditional ETL process, something which is already in the past, which is already in the past. Now, don't focus on the technical words here, just for the understanding purpose. Just understand how the flow is. We will be walking about each and every topic in the later part of the course. As part of the introduction, just observe what is this. We are getting the data from CRM, flat files, unstructured data. CRM is basically customer data. So everywhere customers. So in KSR, we call you as students, but outside KSR, we may call you as customers, right? So if you talk about Amazon, in Amazon also, we'll be ordering something, you'll be calling as customers. Maybe if you go for a bank, you'll be still called as a customer. Can you tell, I mean, if you go for a telecommunication industry, you are using a Geo or a Airtel, you're still called a customer. Can you tell me one domain where you are not called as a customer? Anyone? In KSR also, you're called as customers because you are the customers for us. Let's say Amazon, you're still called a customers. In bank, you're still called a customers. In Airtel telecommunication network, you're still called as a customers. Tell me one domain. Give me an example where you will not be called as a customers. Anyone?
Like any for Facebook or WhatsApp.
You're still a customer. You're still a customer. You're part of being WhatsApp, you're a customer. You're part of Facebook, you're a customer.
I think education.
Education is also you're called as a customers. That's what I'm saying, right? If you ask Mahesh, if you ask me, I will call you as a students. But if you ask other people, they'll call it as a customers only. You're all customers to KSR. They'll say that. Come on, think. Tell me one example where you're not called as customers.
Hospital.
Very good. Hospitals. In hospitals, you're called as patients. You're called as patients, not the customers, right? We never ever call patients as the customers because, see, if you ask KSR objective, we wanted to have more customers. If you want to ask Amazon, they'll also say, yes, more customers should come. If you ask bank, yes, more customers should open the account. But if you go and ask an hospital, they will never hope that more patients should fall sick. That's not the ideal criteria here. Okay, I mean, I don't know about the hospitals, but no hospitals will hope that patients should fall sick just because they need a revenue, correct? So that's the only place where you don't call it as a customers, you call it as a patients. Now think about all the things which you are seeing here. We are getting the data in the form of a systems. It could be a customer relationship management system, it could be flat files, it could be an unstructured data. After that, I'm going to pass it to multiple layers, where one layer I'm going to do a data cleaning, one layer I'm going to do a data transformations, and one layer I'm going to move the data from one part to other part, and then I'll be creating something called data mart. Okay, we have a special like 3 to 4 classes only on data warehousing that will be covering, where I'll be walking you through each and every component. What is data warehousing? What is data mart? I'll be giving her a clear explanation. At this point of time, in order to give you the fundamentals of the data engineering, I'm walking you the diagram very high level. Once the data is present in the data mart, it is going for the reporting. Now in reporting, we point it to this data set and we come up with the reports, right? We do all the charts analysis and then we come up with analysis. Now, This ETL process is already in the market for the last 25 to 30 years. Specifically, if you ask me, we already have many tools which is helping us in creating the ETL process. We have Oracle Data Integrator, we have SSIS, we have Talent, we have Informatica, we have Ab initio, and we have IBM's tool, and we have SAP. There are so many tools which is already in the market, which is helping us to build the ETL pipeline. Okay, what you are going to learn, data engineering, we think that it's a new technology, it's a new role. Honestly speaking, it's already there for the last 25, 30 years. And we call them as ETL developers. We call them as ETL developers. They were already been part of different roles. Now, when I am relating this ETL to your data engineering, that means you will be learning these tools, right? Now, question to you. In order to extract the data, transform the data, load the data, we already have so many tools which you're seeing on the screen. In this course, which ETL tool that we will be learning? Any idea? Already it's there. It's there from last 25, 30 years.
SQL Server.
No.
I think it's Azure Data Factory.
Sorry?
Azure Data Factory.
Azure Data Factory.
No, I'm asking from this slide.
Okay, SSIS.
No.
Informatica Power Center.
No.
SES Data Integration.
No.
Oracle.
Okay.
Is it
Okay.
Calum?
Let me tell you, you will not learn any tool from this. You will not learn any tool from this. The reason, these are all traditional systems. When I say traditional systems, these were actually in demand 10 years back. 10 years back, everyone used to build the ETL pipelines either using SSIS or using Oracle or using Informatica or Ab initio. They used to do that. But now we have come to a generation shift. We are not going to use all these old technologies. If I ask you to go and use 1100 Nokia phone, do you think you will use it now? No, right? It was good when 10 years back. Now we already have an ETL tool that is currently in the market. See, I'm not saying this is completely has become zero. There are a lot of applications which are still running, but it was started 10 years back. So it is still running. It is going smoothly. They have kept it. But once the data start coming in a very fast manner, these tools will not be able to handle your huge data. So slowly, one by one, tools are getting problem. So they wanted to shift from your traditional ETL pipelines to a cloud-based ETL pipelines. These systems, these applications, these ETL developers are already there in the market. 20, 25 years, these people are still using these ETL tools, which will extract the data, transform the data, load the data. What data engineers were doing, the same thing these ETL developers are still doing. Then why they were calling as a special role called data engineering, right? So these are all called ETL developers. Now, why are we not using all this? Because this all tools are not capable of handling huge data. We are into a generation where data is growing very rapidly, right? It is almost reaching, we know maybe megabyte. After that, we have terabyte, gigabyte is there. After that, we have terabyte. After that, we have petabyte. After petabyte, we have gigabyte, right? So much of generation change has happened. We really don't know if these tools are capable of handling it. Now, in order to overcome this, we are going to learn the modern ETL tools. These are all traditional. When I say traditional, it's in the past. But now when I'm going to talk about the modern, let's see which modern ETL tool that we are going to learn. Now, as part of this ETL, we are not going to learn anything. The reason all these tools are having a problem. And I will call these tools as an on-premises tool. Why it is called an on-premises tool? It all exists on some or the other servers. It could be in your machine, it could be in your laptop, it could be in your computers, it could be in your servers. It is actually an on-premises tool. Now, all these on-premises tools are currently having an issue. What are the issue? Let's see here. Your on-premises is something which, see, on-premises is like an on-system, something which exists on your system, something which exists on your server. We have a lot of problems. You may ask me, why are we not learning these tools? We are not learning these tools because of these problems. What are the problems? As and then the data keeps increasing, your maintenance cost also will be increasing. 10 years before, the data was okay because we did not have a proper access to internet, smartphones. It was good. But now everyone is using internet applications. We have mobile apps, we have smartphones, we have sensors, we have so much of things. The maintenance cost is keep on increasing. Now that's a first failure for your on-premises ETL pipelines. And that is why we are not starting any on-premises. Okay. Let me tell you very open fact. Let me tell you very open fact. You may find any of the existing ETL in these tools, which is present in any of the companies. You can see it. If you go and ask, if you go and research in a company, hey, are you using Informatica in your project? Yes. Hey, are you using Oracle in your project? Yes. Hey, are you using SSIS in your project? Yes. People will still say yes, yes, yes. But if I go and ask in another way, are you going to start a new project in SSIS? Are you going to start a new project in Informatica? Are you going to start in a new project with the Oracle? The answer to these questions will be a big no. No one is ready to start a new project in these tools. You may find some existing tools. Okay. Now, it's just like buying a 1100 again. Are you going to buy? No. But if you are already using it, you'll still have it. You'll still have it, right? You can use it, but you will never buy it as a new phone. Same thing is happening. The systems are there, but there's no new projects that is coming into this tool. Now, that's the biggest problem. The reason why we are not going to use any of the tools for our pipeline building, it's all because of these problems. It requires a greater capital investment. If you want to start a new project in all these tools, which is on premises, you have to put a lot of money onto the system. And there is a risk, always there is a risk of data loss. Like you will have a data loss because the data is keep on coming. If you're not capable of handling it, the data will scatter. And yesterday I've told you every single data point, the importance of data point, I've told you. It's like relating to a single grain of rice from an agriculture person, right? You know how I've related one single data point with another professional, correct? And we also need some support. The complaints issue will be there. And finally, the end goal is your performance will go down. And if your performance is going down, what is the purpose of using these tools? What is the purpose of using these tools? Okay. Now, let me tell you a small fact. Let me tell you a small fact. Because of this data, these ETL tools were capable of doing it. But now it's not a data. It has become a big data. It has become a big data. Now, what makes data big? It's obviously we will be using all of internet, smart devices. So the data is keep on growing. Now, rather than calling it as data, we call it as a big D. Big D. Big D stands for big data, right? So that now we are in a generation where don't even think about data. It's always a big data. It's always a big data, right? Now, I'll tell you a simple story, very small story, okay? When we started the institute in 2017, the first batch, any guess? First batch, how many students would have been there? 2017? Any guess?
Yeah, hundreds. Hundreds.
100.
10.
Our first batch, the number of students was 1. And you know what? That student is also relative. We started KSR 2017. Our first batch, we had 1 student. Okay. And you know, that guy was actually my cousin. No fees, nothing. I have to teach him for free. And the biggest problem is I have to go to his house to teach. So morning 4 o'clock, I need to wake up. I need to go by 5:30 to his home. He'll be sleeping. I need to wake him up and I need to teach him. After teaching, he'll again sleep. I'll have to come back to my home. So this I was doing for literally 4 months. The good thing and very fortunate thing is he got a job. Just because he got a job, in my second batch, he referred multiple people. Now 1 student become 3 students. And in the third batch, it become 8 students. Okay. Now what happened? Every batch, maybe because they're getting jobs, they started referring. So 1 become 3, 3 become 8. Literally, I'll tell you a story. The first person, I knew his name, I knew his address, I knew his phone number. I used to know his door number also. For whom? The first person, which I took him the batch. I still remember him. Okay, because he was the route for starting this training. So maybe I'll call it as a lucky charm, but because of him, we got, I mean, he referred, he got a job. So it's like, I remember his door number also, because I used to go to his house. Now one become three. Now three people, I was not able to go to three people's house. So I asked them to come to my house. So it's like a tuitions. I used to take tuitions. So they used to come. I used to talk to them. I used to ask them, okay, where are you coming from? Which area? So I know them. I know their personal information, like where they're coming from, which area they're coming from, how far it is. I knew this. Now, then I started with 8. 8 was still affordable in my room as a tuitions. So I was still asking all these details. Now, 8 become 18, 8 become 18, 80 become 80, 80 become 80, and it become 180, and then it become 300, and it becomes 600. Now, the interest which I showed for the first person knowing their address, door number, do you think I can remember now for all the 300 people in the batch? Impossible. Impossible, right? Maybe that time the count was less. I used to remember their phone number. I used to remember their address, everything. But now, do you think I can remember 300 people? I hardly can't even remember 10 people's name, right? Because I cannot keep on by hearting your numbers, right? Or your names. Now we have come to a stage where it is not storable in my main mind. So I started storing your contacts in your mobile phone. We created a WhatsApp group. Let's say we have added. So in WhatsApp group, I'll upload, okay, today class starts at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. So we will be getting an update. Tomorrow, the 600 becomes 6,000. Do you think it can fit it in your WhatsApp? Definitely no. WhatsApp has a limitation in adding the people into the group. So 600 becomes 6,000. We are teaching for 6,000 people. Currently, we have achieved a target of 13,000. We have taught 13,000 students in KSR. Now 13,000 becomes 40,000, 40 becomes 80,000, 80 becomes 1 lakh. Where are you going to store? Where are you going to store? I thought, why should I store it in my mobile? Why can't I use Excel? Why can't I use Excel? So I started to store the entire KSR, started to store the students' information in Excel, but Excel has a limit. You can store up to 10 lakh students. After that, your Excel is also unfit. Maybe we still have a mountain to climb. We are still in 13,000, 14,000 students, but it hardly takes 1 year to move from 13 to 10 lakhs. Possibility is there. Possibility is there, right? So what if it moves to 10 lakhs now? Where can I go and store it? So slowly I preferred multiple Excel files. Slowly I preferred multiple Excel files. Okay. So what I did, in an Excel, you can store 10 lakhs. Why don't you have multiple sheets? Why don't you have multiple Excel? I thought in that way. Okay. So today, if you see, this is my laptop. This is my laptop. The maximum data that I can store within my laptop to maintain the KSR students information, whether you're storing in a database, you're storing in an Excel, you're storing in a notepad, doesn't matter. The maximum data that I can store in my system is 220 GB, 460 GB, 460 GB. So this is my Google Drive. So if you talk about the C drive, D drive, and F drive, maximum I can store 1 terabyte of data in my laptop. Maximum I can store 1 terabyte of data in my laptop. Anything above one laptop, impossible. Whether you're using as a database, you're using as an Excel, you're using as a notebook, doesn't matter. Okay, you simply open an like notebook, and you can start maintaining, let's say Anand, and you maintain their information is coming from USA, and he's like his number is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. I can maintain this, but whatever it is, you put it in an Excel or you put it in a notepad, the maximum data that you can store is 1 terabyte, right? The maximum is 1 terabyte. After that, maybe I would prefer Excel or a CSV. After that, where can I store? I always have a storage crunch, correct? Now, let's talk about an example. Today, KSR Data Vision's volume is 1 terabyte. And who's managing? I'm managing in my system. One laptop, and my laptop is 1 lakh. And the complete managing of your data, I'm managing it my own personal machine. It's a 1 lakh. Okay. So far, so good. Tomorrow, my KSR volume increases to 10 terabyte. Obviously, now we are sharing your recordings. Each and every session I speak, right? It's 1 GB. So the data keep on increasing. I have to store your students' information, where you come from. I have to give all your credentials. I have to make sure that you watch the videos. We track the attendance. A lot of things I need to maintain now. KSR data is now is increasing to 10 terabyte. Very simple. Can I go and buy 10 laptops? I have currently one laptop, 1 terabyte. Tomorrow my KSR data is increasing to 10 terabyte. Can I purchase 10 laptops to store this 10 terabyte? Yes or no? Why?
No.
No.
Why? What is there? 10 lakhs only, right?
Yeah, to maintain those 10 laptops, we require 10 manpower.
That's fine. I'll hire 10 people.
Again, costing will increase day by day.
Data loss also be there. Suppose if in future you lost these devices or this data is corrupted, this will be another problem.
Tell me one solid reason why I should not buy 10 laptops. Simple.
To keep your data unified.
Find a particular number.
I'm looking for some better answers. Today, I have one laptop, which you're seeing on the screen. I'm maintaining all the students' information. Tomorrow, students will increase. We are going to increase the batch. So what will happen? It becomes 10 terabyte. Why I cannot buy 10 laptops is the only question to you.
It's not the limitation. Like from the next time, you will got the number will be increased, right? So again, you have to buy the laptop.
Yeah, rather we are increasing the capacity, increasing the laptop. Why we can't increase the capacity of this data? I mean the disk. Like if we have 1 TB, so we can increase 10 TB. Or if in future if we record, I mean it's record, we can increase the data. That's all.
Do you think you can
The
increase your
storage.
laptop configurations?
Not
Yes,
so
of
much.
course,
Say today I have 1 terabyte. Tomorrow I can have an extended hard disk, another 1 terabyte. After that, my motherboard will not support, right? Everything has a limit, right?
Yep.
Then your option will not work.
The problem is if you want to search a particular student, then you need to search in 10 laptops.
Very good. Very good. That's the point I was looking for. Tomorrow, KSR management, Mahesh is coming and asking me, in 2023, can you tell me which student got the highest package? Now, this is a question management is posting me, which student got the highest package. Today, my data is only in my laptop. So I'll go and tell from my laptop, I'll go and research, okay, this student from this batch got the highest package. This student from this company has got the highest package. Okay, highest package. I can tell this. Same question if you ask tomorrow, I need to ask all the 10 people who's actually taking care of this 10 laptops. See, I don't have 10 hands to use 10 laptops. Obviously, I need to buy, even Ravana has only 10 heads, not 10 hands, right? So I have to go and hire 10 people. So 10 people I'll hire. Person A, person B, person F, something like 10 people I'll hire. Now, same question now Mahesh is asking, which student got the highest package in 2023? Do you think it's possible to get from one system? No. First, I need to do, hey, from your data, tell me who has the highest package. Hey, from your data, can you tell me who is the highest package? If from your data, can you tell me who is the highest package? First, I have to collect the data individually from each one of the person who is working under me. And then on top of that, I need to take the maximum. Well, it's a very, very hectic process. It's a very, very hectic process. This is practically impossible. And suddenly one person will tell, my system has shut down. My system is getting blue screen. I lost my laptop. My cousins are using my laptop. Someone took my laptop. I lost my laptop. No power, no internet. All the reasons you will give. Where can I go get the answer? You're not in the office. You're somewhere working from home. And you are like, I've given the laptop for you. KSR's laptop I've given for you. And your cousins and your friends and your relatives are using. Where is my data security? Suddenly you will say, I lost power. I want to work. Suddenly, if you say, if you don't have power, what will I do? All these complications is the biggest problem I have. This is what will happen if you're storing your data in your on-premises. Fine. 1 terabyte, 10 terabyte. Tomorrow it becomes 100 terabyte. 100 terabyte is still a small number in this modern era. Okay. So I have to spend 100 lakhs. If I have 100 lakhs, why we will run KSR, you tell me? Why we have to spend so much for laptops? 100 lakhs, you put a fixed deposit, your job is done. Why you want to take risk in running a business? For data storage itself, I'm buying 100 laptops. It is equivalent to 100 lakhs. 100 lakhs is equal to almost 1 crore. Why should I go and do this? The expense keep on increasing. Now, this is an exact problem that will happen if you're storing the data in your on-premises. That's why, again, going back to the same problem here, it will increase the maintenance. It will increase the capital cost. Data loss. You people will run away with laptop. What I will do? 1 terabyte of data is present in your machine. You see that my laptop is shut down. You see that there is no power. You say that my laptop is corrupted. Who is responsible? All these are the problems that I can currently face in my on-premises. Okay. Now let's see what is the problem now. The problem was, as and then you spend 10 lakhs, you have to for 10 terabyte, you have to spend 10 lakhs. Come on, we are still speaking in terabytes, right? We are still taking in terabytes, but currently we are in the market where at the end of 2020, the the data that has been generated from the companies is 40 gigabyte. So if I ask you what you know KB, you know MB, you know GB. GB also you know because you are using your phone. If I ask your phone memory, you'll say 128 GB. You'll say 256 GB. And if I ask your laptop, you'll say like my laptop is 1 terabyte. You know only till TB, terabyte. But after that, we have petabyte, we have exabyte, and we have gigabyte. And currently, the data that is being generated from all the multiple systems as of 2020 is 40 followed by 10 to the power of 21. So people who don't know what is KB, MB, GB, I've given you a left side table. 21, 10 to the power of 21. That means 40 followed by 10 followed by 21 zeros. And KSR is still talking about terabytes. For terabytes only, I'm thinking to buy 10 laptops. 10 terabyte, where is 40 gigabyte? It is like a ant with an elephant. You're comparing with the ant with an elephant. Now KSR's data, if you go and compare with the market, it's an ant. If you compare with Amazon, if you compare with biggest companies, it's an elephant. That's what is happening now. To store the 10 terabyte of data, I'm planning to buy 10 laptops. Imagine the world is generating 40 gigabytes. Mind it, I'm talking before COVID. After COVID, you know, only you were using phones till now. After COVID, even your kids are using for online classes. You know better. You know it better. I need not tell it. I need not tell how the data is increasing every now and then, right? I'm talking only till 2020. We have already 4 years crossed it. So it is hoping that by 2025, it is expected to increase by 175 gigabyte. From 40 gigabyte, it is going to increase by 175 in just 1 year. We have already 2024. In just 1 year, the data is going to increase by 175. Come on, we are still speaking in terabytes about KSR data. The data that is getting generated across the world is 175 gigabyte. Where will I go and store this now? Do you have a proper system? Do you have a proper storage? How many laptops I need to buy? Think about it. It is impossible. It is impossible, right? Now, what I am going to do, to store this 10 terabyte, I was thinking of buying 10 laptops, and the 10 laptops cost 10 lakhs. Okay. First of all, this was the use case. Currently, I am maintaining in my laptop. Now imagine that we have improved. I have purchased 10 laptops. Tell me, will I focus on taking classes for you? Will I focus on taking the interviews for you, mock interviews? Tell me, will I be able to take resume preparations or a guidance for you? Or will I be able to explain an end-to-end process? What I can do? With all these responsibilities, do you think I can take the ownership of this data management also? Taking care of who is doing what work? Because I'm focused on data. For me, data is important. Data is a very key important thing for me. Do you think I can go and track all the people, what they're doing, 10 people, 10 laptops? Impossible. My role is to teach you. Who is going to manage this data now? I need to hire another person. All these complications, all 3 people, all 5 people, all 10 people within the KSR, we were thinking what we can do, what we can do, what we can do. First of all, our focus is to take classes, but who is going to manage this data? Suddenly, someone from the sky falls down to us and says that, boss, don't worry. You don't worry. You take care of the class. You take care of the management. You take care of the subject. You teach them. You take care of them, everything. Entire data management, I will take care. Someone falling down from sky, maybe it could be a God gifted tool for us. Someone falling from sky saying that, don't worry, you don't worry, you focus on the classes. Data management, data security, data loss, pricing, right? And all this infrastructures, which data, where it is present, everything I will manage. It was like a lottery for us. It was like a lottery for us. What is this? We were all struggling with the problem. Someone's coming from the sky, falling down from the sky, saying that, hey, don't worry, I'll take care of it. The first question when we asked, okay, you're going to help us. Obviously, you are going to help us means you will charge, right? So we thought, okay, he's going to do us everything. Definitely it'll be costly. But you know what he said? You just give me 3 lakhs. You don't spend 10 lakhs. You just give me 3 lakhs. You take care of your work. You take classes, let management work, let the team work, let them do whatever they want. You just give me 3 lakhs. I will take care of the entire data system, data security, backups, disaster recovery, everything I'll take care. You simply give me a portion of the fees. And of course, you're spending 10 lakhs for 10 laptops. You have to hire 10 people. What if they run away with your system? It's a risky. So don't do all that. You just give me 3 lakhs. I will take care of the complete system. Now, we were very happy to listen this. Oh, come on. Who is this person? Well, it's none other than when I say that they are coming from sky, it's all about cloud computing. Rather than storing all my data in my local machine, servers, laptops, hard disk, let's speak about cloud. The 10 lakhs of my cost has been now reduced to 3 lakhs. They're taking care of my entire data for 3 lakhs, and it is not spoiling my work. I can still continue with my classes. I can still take care of my business. The entire responsibility of my data, I am going to give it to one person, and I'm going to give it to a trustable person. That is nothing but my cloud computing. And what this cloud computing can do, cost effective. Why you need to pay 10 lakhs? Just pay me 3 lakhs. Unlimited. You don't want to increase, you keep on increasing your laptop. I will take care of it. How I will work, I will tell you later. But I will take care of your complete. Today it is 10 terabyte. Doesn't matter. I will store. Tomorrow it will become 20 terabyte. Doesn't matter. I will still store. Tomorrow it becomes 100 terabyte. I will still take care of it. You need not bother about it. You simply take care of your role. You take care of the classes. Entire database management, I will take care. Now that's the beauty of cloud computing. And if you want to have any backup recovery, everything I can take. It should not happen. By chance, if my laptop crashes now, it's gone. I am maintaining 13,000 students' information in my laptop. It should not happen. Electronic devices, I don't have control what will happen. Suddenly, my laptop can crash. You can get a blue screen. Your OS can crash. Something can happen to your system. By chance, if I'm moving, maybe my laptop may fell down from the desk. It's gone. Then I have to go back to the service centers, try to look for a backup. So much of tensions. By chance, by 1 minute, 1 second, if I drop my laptop from desk, it's gone. It's gone. 13,000 students' information, which is storing in my system, gone. Why will I take a risk like this? Every day I need to keep on, every minute I need to keep on saying, okay, is it my laptop running? Is my laptop running? Is my laptop running? Can we do that? It's a very, very highly risky job to keep on looking at your system. But these people say, don't worry, I've taken a backup. If one system is gone, I have another system to take up the backup. I would have already taken a backup. Don't worry. With all these features, with all these features, we started to move on to cloud. We started to move on to cloud. And when I say cloud computing, your entire system is going to be managed by another person. And those people are the companies, which is AWS, Azure, GCP, and why. All these are the companies which are taking care of our data, right? And I need an help from these people. Okay. Now, um, nowadays, maybe you would have heard about it. If you've recently married, you will know it. If you've recently married, you will know it. You are actually the groom or bride, whatever you are. Okay. You don't have a lot of cousins in your family to help you. So what you will do? Someone has to take care of the food. Someone has to welcome them, whoever is coming onto the hall, right? The marriage hall. Someone has to welcome. Someone has to get them welcome drink. Okay, someone has to make sure that seating arrangements is done properly. Someone has to take care of the sound system, the photography, right? So everything is there, right? Everything is important. Most importantly, in every marriage, you give your best, people will always be there for gossiping. They'll say that food is not good, this food is not good, these people are not like taking care of it. I have come from so much of, I mean, so far place, they're not even welcoming me. This type of things will happen in every marriage, right? So what is the best way to handle it? I'm afford to spend money, but I don't want this gossiping from families which will affect rest of my life. You know what I did? I actually looked for a agency which they will help us in everything, right from lighting, settings, decorations, food, welcoming, everything they will take care. They will have a set of people who will come and they'll take care of everything. I just need to pay them money. Have you heard about all this? Yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's an agency, they'll take care of it. I need not worry. I need not ask anyone. I need not. So they'll only dress up like our side and they'll welcome from the like welcome near the entrance. So they don't even know who is that, but they'll welcome. They'll give a welcome drink. They'll take care of the food very well. They'll everything will be well organized. If I'm not doing this, I have to ask my relative, hey guys, please go and look at the dining hall. Please, some people go and welcome them. People are sitting simply. Please go and talk to someone. Some people will create gossiping. Marriage is always a gossiping. I don't know, you call 500 people, 1000 people, everyone will come. One or the other person, this guy is not good, girl is not good, food is not good, drinks is not good, no one is asking what is this. For that only I welcomed you, right? In order to handle this, I came up with an support. I took someone's support. Guys, you please take care. I have to stand on the stage. I have to take photos with my relatives. You please take care of everything. You charge me 1 lakh or 2 lakh extra. I will give you, but I want this to have a smooth marriage. I'm blindly trusting them, right? They will do it because there is the work itself is that. Their work itself is that. Now that is what I'm going to do. There are multiple companies in the world which we have: Amazon Web Service, Google Cloud Platform, Microsoft Azure. They will take care of all the things. Everything they will take care. It's like you who is running a business, just like a bride or a groom, you go and sit on the stage, your job is done. Rest of the everything they'll take care. Of course, you have to pay them. No one comes with free. None of them, none of the things in this life is free. Everything comes with a price tag. Every single object in this world comes with a price tag, and you have to pay them a bit of price. They will take care of it. Now, I wanted to choose an agency now. Okay. What type of agency? See, all the agencies do the same thing. They'll take care of the cooking, chef, welcoming, and decorations, seating arrangements, flower decorations, all this, the one who tells mantra, even that also comes under a package. Now we have so many things, right? We have 4 agencies who can do that for you. You will do a research. You'll find marriage agencies near me. So you'll get it. You'll get 4 or 5 agencies. Question to you: which one you'll choose? Which one you'll choose among 4? You have 4 agencies. When you browse it, you're getting 4 agency names. Which one you will choose? Which one you will go and talk a deal? Which one?
Low cost and service better.
Very good. You'll start looking at feedbacks. You'll start looking at services. You'll start looking at cost. See, I'm okay. Okay, I'm not completely a high class, so I can spend 1 crore for marriage. Okay, I can spend 15 lakhs. Maybe for agencies, I can spend 1 lakh. If I have my own budget, I will choose the agencies which is according to my budget. And I'll always go and never sacrifice on food. Marriage means you should never sacrifice on food. So food has to be given uttermost priority, right? So I'll take care of marriage with priority given to food. But I don't give priority to welcome drinks. So why is there? Everyone will come and eat. Why you want to give a welcome drink? You can cut down it. Why you want to spend so much of decorations like covering your chairs with a white ribbon? That's a bit costly. If you have seen a marriages, right? Every seat they'll cover with a white ribbon. It's costly. I don't need that. Just put them as normal chair. So I'll have my own priorities. You give priority to food. You give priority to this. You don't give priority to this. Okay. Based on that, I will talk a deal to them. When I have a multiple options to choose the agencies, don't you think I will have a multiple options to choose the cloud service, which is going to manage my complete cloud? All 4 cloud services does exactly what is required for you. They will tell you what you really need. Depending on that, you will choose the cloud services. And in the entire course of our data engineering, we have picked one cloud to learn. That is, we will be learning Microsoft Azure. So we will be learning Microsoft's Azure. So this entire pipeline or data management, the infrastructure management, obviously I cannot do it by own. I have to depend on one of the cloud service, and that cloud service I am choosing Microsoft Azure. Now you may ask me, why not AWS? Why not GCP? Or why not? Why? Well, we have come to a stage where each and every company have their own requirement. Very openly, I'm telling, one of the best ever cloud services, Amazon Web Service, AWS. AWS is the first cloud service. Now you may ask me a question. Why are you not teaching AWS in this course? Why are you going with Azure? Okay. I'll tell you one small example. After that, you decide. Okay. This is a first rank. This is a second rank. Okay. So this is a first rank and this is a second rank. Okay. In KSR, we are hiring a freshers. Obviously, every company will hire the top rank student or the average student. Every company will hire top class student. Correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Yes.
So now you may ask me, Amazon Web Service is the best, right? Why don't you use that? Why don't you use that? This is one of the best in the market. Why don't you use that? Okay. Then Mahesh asked me us to hire one person for managing your, maybe like many people are paying fees. So we need to have a proper count. So we need to collect them. Some people will prefer for installments. Some people will prefer for full payment. So we need to track, right? So working with numbers is very risky. By chance, if you miss one number, you have to pay from your pocket. Okay, if one person has paid 25,000, 28,000, so you miss one number, that means you have to spend from your pocket. So those type of working with numbers is very risky, right? So I went to one college. I wanted to choose one person. Okay, there is a student XYZ and this is a student called ABC. So I need to hire one among these two people. I saw the aggregate. Science, he has scored 100. Social science, he has scored 100. English, he has scored 100. And let's say we have any other subject. We have, let's say, maths we have. And we have another subject. Let's say, what is other subject? I forgot. Let's say take some language. Okay, let's say this is 99. So total for 500, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For 500, he has scored 21 marks less. That means 479. This is a score of a student number 1. Student number 2. This is student number 2. Okay. So number 2, science 80, social science something similar subject 70, language okay, yes, good. And another language yes, scored 40, and finally mathematics. Okay. So if you see here, approximately, if you see, he has lost 20 marks here, 30 marks here, 20 marks here. So obviously this guy is a first rank, is always a first rank. Okay. But I'm looking for what role? The one who has to be very sharp in mathematics, right? He has scored 100. So total, this guy comes to 300 out of 500. Very straightforward question. Will you hire person A or person B?
Person B.
Why? I will hire person
Is
A, right? He is good in
Person.
the entire
is
entire
We will,
marks, right? He's a first rank student,
is
right?
is good in max
yeah, we will hire according to our requirements.
based on the role. I mean, what we are exactly
My
required.
question, will I hire first rank or second rank for my collection of fees and calculation role?
Yeah, second.
Second one.
He scored just 300.
But so whatever the thing we are looking for, he got the very good marks, right? So in the maths, he got 100 by 100. But as the first ranker got only 75 or 80, right? But the second one got 100 by 100.
Yeah, thank you. Now tell me, is there any rule that I have to always use my first cloud service?
No.
I've given an example of two students, student 1 and student 2. Now I'm asking you the same question here. Is there any rule that I have to always use my top class cloud service?
No.
No.
Depending on my
requirements, budget.
Excellent. Depending on my need, I will be choosing the cloud service. Well, this is how the comparison between the cloud services comes into picture. Whether you want to use GCP, whether you want to use AWS or you want to use Azure, it all depends on the requirements. It all depends on the need. Each one has their own pros and cons. Just like if I was looking for any person who's scientifically very good, he has to think logically. I would have preferred student 1 because he scored 100 in science. But maybe this guy has not scored 100. I have not selected this guy. In that case, my top rank student would have selected. But depending on my need only, I'm picking it. It's not about how they're good at it. Maybe AWS is very good in certain services. Azure is good at certain services. Some companies can afford to use AWS because it's costly. It's fine. Some companies, no, it's too costly. Let me go with a moderate or affordable, which is Azure. Like this, we are scattering across the services. So doesn't matter whether you are doing a pipeline in AWS or Azure, depending on your project need, you will be doing it. Okay, I'll give another example. Okay, similar to this. Today, imagine like you are feeling like having a pizza. Imagine you're like thinking to have a pizza. Don't go and have it. I'm just giving us an example. Sometimes what happens if I give this examples, you start feeling that carve and you start eat it. Don't do that. It's not good for health. Don't do it. Now, imagine I want to eat pizza. I can either eat it in Domino's. I can also eat it in Pizza Hut. Both are near my house. Okay. Pizza Hut is also there. Domino's is also there. Straight away, I'll ask you a question. Where will you order? Where you will order?
So I will compare the cost and I'll be comparing the prices and everything based on the what is the cheaper one.
Very good.
Ordering in that one.
Very good. First of all, you will never compromise on taste. First of all, when it is coming from the, when it is getting delivered, and I'm damn sure that pizza, you can eat it only if it is hot. If it becomes cool, no one can even eat it. The person who likes pizza also will start eating it if it's not hot. So I need to see the distance. Domino's is 2 kilometers. Pizza Hut is 6 kilometers. So something which comes from the 6 kilometers, it will become a cool. Whereas Domino's comes in 2 kilometers, maybe I would prefer location. So I would prefer location. I would prefer the price. I would prefer the quality. I would prefer the taste. Depending on that, I am choosing it. Correct? For 300 rupees pizza, you're comparing. For 300 rupees pizza, you're comparing. And the value of your data is 3 crores. Will you not compare? Will you not compare? 300 rupees pizza, you're comparing which is good, which is bad, which has a positive reviews, which has a negative reviews. 300 crores is a value of your data. Will you not go and do a research? Which one to use? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. We'll be doing it. Yes.
That is what we have done a lot of research for the data pipelines. We are going to choose this as a cloud service. For the entire course, we'll be learning Microsoft Azure. But we also can build the entire pipeline in AWS as well. But there are some, see, I may prefer from Pizza Hut, but my friend who is staying 6 kilometers away, he will prefer Domino's because for him, that is near. Both are friends. See, my friend is staying 6 kilometers. I would prefer another place. He would prefer another place. It all depends on their need. Similarly, some companies can prefer AWS. Some companies can prefer Azure. Some companies can prefer GCP. All in all, you need to know how to manage the entire infrastructure. Doesn't matter where you do. Okay. So nowadays, knowing multiple cloud services is something which is an advantageous, and AWS is always on top. But in the recent time, GCP is also improving like a silent killer. No one can ever match the brand of Google, right? Even today, if you open your app, mobile, most of the applications will be Google apps, right? So silently, it's like coming like a snake, which is nothing but your GCP. So GCP is also nowadays improving in terms of your pipelines. So knowing more than one technology is always an advantage, because you learn Microsoft Azure. Tomorrow in your company, what I'll say, no, Microsoft Azure. I would say let's go for GCP or let's go for AWS. So they may shift. Then again, it's like, oh, what is this? I've learned all this. Should I learn it again? Right? You need not think about it. Learning one cloud service will make you comfortable in all the cloud services. Just the names will change, configurations will change, everything will change. See, pizza is a pizza. Whether you buy it in Pizza Hut or you buy it in Domino's, pizza is a pizza. Maybe the toppings or the extra cheese or whatever it is, only that is going to change. But eating, you're the person who's eating. So it doesn't matter which cloud service you use, everything is going to be very similar. So you learn one cloud service, you will be able to learn multiple cloud service. But as part of your batch, we are still going to help you with understanding of some GCP as well. We'll cover a bit of small concepts in GCP. So this is an add-on for you. You're joining as a Azure Data Engineer, but what if sometimes client may ask, hey, do you have multi-cloud knowledge? Well, for that, we are going to help you with few classes. Well, hardly I would say 10 to 12 classes. We will be giving you another additional information on GCP. This is just an add-on for you so that you get the highest package. Knowing multi-technologies, definitely you will be on demand. Okay, so that is what we are going to learn. And knowing multiple technologies is what we will be doing, and we will be focusing mainly on Azure first. Azure completely we will be learning. As part of the related service, I'm going to explain in GCP for one or two small pipelines. We are going to help you, and you see, don't come to an impression that you can apply as a GCP engineer, a GCP data engineer. GCP engineer, this is not the right course for you. This is Azure data engineer. But as part of the some knowledge, we are helping you with a basic information about GCP. Okay, the role which you can apply after this course will be Azure data engineer. Right? So this is all about our introduction, and I'll be answering few of your questions, and then I'll give a open mic session. You can ask me any question. The roadmap to become a data engineer. First, we will be starting with one of the, I can say it's a structural query language, where if you want to communicate to a database, we have to talk to a database first. In order to talk to a database, the one and only language which you need to know is SQL. Followed by, we will be learning something called Python. So Python is a programming language. As part of your data engineering, one coding language is necessary. You have to read it. There is no other go. So you have to read it. So one programming language we'll be learning, which is going to be Python. And as in then today, I've told you the importance of organizing it. Right? I'll be organizing the things well. So for that, I need a data warehousing system. Like what are the tables, what type of tables, how to arrange the data in the form of a data points. All this we'll be talking about data warehousing. The biggest problem that we have currently is now data has changed to big data now. So how are we going to handle big data? For that, we have two solutions. That two solutions is going to be Hadoop and Spark. And finally, after doing all this, I am not going to do internally. I'm going to do it in the cloud. Whether you do it on GCP, whether you do it on Azure, whether you do it on AWS, the last part will decide. And in our part, we will be choosing Azure. So Azure data engineering is what you can become after 4.5 months. So this was the roadmap, and we have given you a complete introduction yesterday and today, which is going to be our masterclass. From Monday, we will be starting with a roadmap. So Monday, we will be starting from SQL. That will be our first part, followed by Python, and followed by 5 topics. If you learn these 5 topics, you yourself can be called as a data engineer. And with this, Why nowadays people are like, I mean, the demand is improving. It's all because the data is like that. We talked about 175 gigabyte is going to happen in the 2015. We don't have developers. We don't have proper engineers. Okay, I always relate this to a role. Okay, it's very much it is not visible to others. Like I was talking about a film, right? Theaters. No one even talks about this. No one even talks about this, right? So if you see the backstage people, no one even talks about the backstage people. Today, your city is clean. It's because people come. There is a profession. People come. They clean your roads. They clean the garbage, drainage. They'll do all that. That's the most important profession in everyone's life because they help us to keep the city clean. But do you think we will talk about them? Do you think we will be talking about them? Definitely no. Today you look very beautiful. You go for your marriage functions very well dressed. Who is the reason? The people who are at the back end, they are doing a makeup for you. They are doing a haircut. They are doing a design. They are actually helping you to have that transformation. But we never speak about them. We still call it as a saloon, right? There are a lot of professionals in life. We will never get to know what is their importance they're contributing to others. You maybe not be showcased at the front end as a data engineer, but lot of times your data engineers are needed for all the projects. Whichever project is using data engineers will be there. But you will never play a front role. Because of you, there are many people who are surviving. Remember that. I've told you in the start of the class, it's not about choosing a subject. It's about showing the passion to the subject. 82% of the people are not liking the work which you're doing. Then what is the purpose of joining that? Try to create an interest. Yesterday and today, I'm trying to understand the subject before jumping onto the roadmap. So the demand is keep on increasing. We can see the demand is keep on increasing. And I've told you one more thing as well. If this technology has to fall down, there are only two things. People should go back and using all the traditional way of data management, and they should stop using internet, smartphones, or everyone who's there in market should know data engineering. Only these are the two reasons the technology will fall down. With that, I would have created a different slide, like where there are no opportunities I should have created. And I don't have an answer for it. The reason, everywhere data is involved. Wherever data is involved, you will have an opportunity. If you ask me where we don't have an opportunity, I don't have an answer. I don't have an answer because everywhere data is involved. Without data, there is no other application in the world. Straightforward fact point for you. Without data, there is no application in the world. With that, as and then, compared to your normal role, being a software engineer, being a testing, Java development, you can get up to 2 times your experience. When I say 2 times your experience, your 5 years experience, you can get 10 lakhs. If you're 4 years experience, you can get 8 lakhs. That is for normal role. But we have seen that for the data engineers, they're almost getting 4 times. When I say 4 times, if you're 4 years experience, you can still aim for 16 to 18 lakhs package. Now that's the expected package specifically for this role because we don't have talents. When you don't have talents, obviously the supply and demand comes into picture. And obviously this being one of the top high package skill. And I should also tell you one thing, maybe I'm not demotivating, but I'll put it on the upfront as well. This is a subject which is very tough. If you master this, sky is a limit for your IT success. I'm telling you, this is a technology which is difficult to master. But if you master it, no one can stop you from your IT. It's a very demand, very much openings are there. Okay. And banking plays a very important role because everyday transactions, bankings, accounts, customers. So you want to well organize it. So banking plays a very important role. Apart from banking, also, you can see a lot of other domains where data engineering is used. And coming to a last question, who can go for this course? Obviously, people who want to scale up, people who want to get the high package. Well, you will be the first person where you can go for it. Okay. You can easily apply for the high package roles. So that's a first point which I wanted to bring it. And people who want to, okay, I'm ready to take risk, but I want a very good career. Yes, You can always go for it. Non-technical to technical, yes. But again, as I said, it's a tough subject. Don't worry, we'll teach everything from scratch. The only thing which is required from you is a complete dedication and focus in the class. If you do that, anyone can master it. Okay, the uh, time where we were struggling to write the code, all that is gone. Now we are in the modern era. You go and search any code in Chat GPT and Bard, you will get the answer. You just need to know where to cut, where to put it. So the world of coding has changed a lot in the last few years. When artificial intelligence have come, the coding itself have changed. Do you think I remember all the syntax in my 10 years of my career? Never. But I know what to do, how to do. That is important. Not going and by-hearting and practicing the line of codes. Yes, coding is involved, and that is why it's making this technology a bit one step harder, but it's really worth the subject. You master it, your skill, your life career is settled. Okay. And freshers, when I say freshers, obviously freshers as a very limited in terms of every role, freshers are always not considered. If you say that I'm a fresher, definitely they're not considered. But rather than scaling up it in everyone, once you come out of the college, every of your relatives will force join a Java course, join a testing course, join a ETL, correct? But now we are going to do a cloud ETL. So this is something which is demand for you. So please learn. You will have less opportunities, but still this is one of the skill where you can easily get your jobs. Experienced people are getting 10 calls in a week. Freshers will get at least 2 calls. I'm not saying zero. If it's a Java or maybe testing, I can even say zero because they don't even consider freshers. But here, rather than saying zero, I'm still telling you, you will get at least 2 opportunities. Crack it, because this is a role which is in demand even for freshers. Followed by, after learning this course, you will learn SQL, Python, and completely understand about the Azure and focus more on the PySpark. So this is completely the roadmap that what you will be learning. And these are the skills you will be mastering in the span of 4.5 months. Okay. So with that, last question. Why do you want to join our institute? You can learn it by yourself, right? Where you have n number of online platforms. You can learn it by yourself. You have a very much open source called YouTube. You can go and see all the YouTube videos. You can learn it by yourself. Well, all in all, I can tell you one thing is, we are not a trainers. Okay, I'm not a trained person. I'm actually a person who's working in an organization. So whatever I teach, it will be completely from what I have faced in my organization. So you will get a complete real world experience here. Okay. If you go for any other, maybe if you're looking at the YouTube or you're looking for any other online platforms, everything will be scattered. SQL, you have to learn at one place. Python, you have to learn at one place. Azure, you have to learn at one place. And in fact, GCP also now we are going to teach you. It's going to be another place. But all in all, we are here to teach you like all technology at one place. Maybe we call ourselves as one-stop shop. You come here, get whatever you want, go out happily. And with that, we are going to cover, obviously, when I say 80, it will never end in 80. I have never completed any batch in 80 hours. We will be taking 100 to 105 hours for the entire batch. And we'll be covering real-time projects. We'll be covering 4 projects, 3 plus 1. So when I say 3 plus 1, 3 big projects and 1 small project. We'll be covering the pipelines and we'll be giving live example. That's what I'm saying, right? I'm not a trainer. I'm not at all a trainer. I'm actually a working professional who is working in an organization taking care of the work. Whatever I'm doing here, I'm going to teach here. So completely guaranteed is live examples. What I faced in my company, the same thing I'm going to help you. The entire course curriculum is also prepared depending on what we have done. And apart from that, end of the day, everyone is joining here for a job. So we will help you with a proper guidance. You're coming from whichever background you are, one-to-one mentorship will be given. We'll try to understand your problem and we'll suggest you what experience you can put, how you can modify your resumes, what type of projects you can put. Let's say you're working in a retail. So in retail, how can I include data engineering projects? If you're working in hospitals or maybe healthcare, how can I convert my projects into a healthcare All this guidance will be given, and we are known to give more importance for the interview guidance, mock interviews, and that is what we are known for. By the end of 100 hours, you keep listening, you will also learn some process. So how to work in the companies, how to speak to your clients, and I'll be giving a lot of examples about what I faced in my company, everything. You will be also getting some soft skills. Here and there, we will have a demo sessions on other technologies like agile methodology. It's something which is not in your syllabus, but still will help you. It's an open session for every KSR. Every alternative week, we are going to conduct a demo sessions. We try to bring the trainers from outside and we give them as a guest lectures, and you are free to attend. With all this, it's a one-stop shop. Now, this completes the 2-day masterclass. It's a 2 days of complete data engineering, and we're all going to step in the first technology that we are going to learn, which will be SQL, which starts on Monday. Okay, so you will be mainly focusing as data engineer, and remember that you are the root. You're the root for other two people. Okay, so this completes my demo, which I can call it as a complete information about my data engineering. Now, please ask your questions. We are open to answer all of your questions.